face and I can't fuck with snakes. I ain't all the way back from my people, I pray I won't fortune for fame. I'm finna turn up and get they ass a taste. I thought I was global, they screaming my name. I'm everywhere like I'm the Chicago way.
As far as Lil Boo, not a lot of people have, at least not a lot of females who are rappers, have spoken on him before. So we heard a lot from the male's perspective. So as far as Lil Boo, if you don't mind talking, of course, who is he to you?
Well, Lil Boo is my ex-boyfriend. And like we started off hating each other, but then, you know, he a real raw ass nigga. I still speak on him like he here, like, you know, he a real raw ass nigga, like put real terror in niggas for real.
Terror.
And he was loyal, he was different, like 600, he started that shit, he's a part of that, so motherfuckers that know for sure, like, yeah, that's my baby though, it's my heart, so yeah. Long live King Lil Boo.
Yeah, and as far as your relationship, you did say he was your ex, but we're not gonna talk too much about relationships
shit,
because at the end of the day, it's about how good of a person he is in your perspective, and that's all this is about. So we don't got to get too deep into what all was going on in the whole love story if you don't want to talk about it. But as far as Lil Boo, it's a lot of things that goes on with Lil Boo, and of course, because of Chicago and what the internet made it on for it would be street reputation. So they would paint all type of narratives and pictures of him, and this is from the internet though. The internet don't know Lil Boo. You know him.
Yeah.
So this is probably as close as we're gonna get to him ever in life. For sure. So as far as Lil Boo, people might paint a whole negative image on him that people may not know the full truth to. And we don't need to talk about that to give them that satisfaction.
Right.
Here in the Chicago wave, even though we understand there's controversial things that the world loves to talk about, you want to also be on the good side, because it's a lot of times people talk about this but won't talk about that. So, as far as Lil Boo, there is a quote unquote negative reputation about him. But you know him. This is close we gonna get, as I previously stated. So, if there's anything positive as far as a positive story or a funny story or anything positive you can say about him that could shut any negative rumor down, what would it be from you?
He had a heart of gold, like he gonna kill behind his, die behind his. Shit, he was a real stand-up nigga, like ain't no, like you say bad shit, but he don't got nothing bad on his name. Like from out there, it could be so much bad shit, but in the streets, for real, he don't got no bad shit on his name. Like, he one of them, you feel me? Whatever the fuck he had to do what he got to do, but he was like, couldn't no nigga never play with him. No nigga, like, on no hand shit, on no other shit. Like, he, real life was that, so, yeah. Like, couldn't do no wrong with my ass.
Sure.
For sure.
And as far as Lil Boo, of course, he was loved by you and loved by many who also know him. And as far as the people who know him outside of just you and you alone, would you say that they're doing a good job of keeping his name alive?
Hell yeah, we gonna always celebrate that day. I mean, the day he was born, the day he departed.
And not even just that, just like make sure that people just don't forget, because you know they say gone but never forgotten. That's
my profile picture, and that shit ain't coming down for nobody. I mean, like, that's little shit, but we definitely make sure his name stay alive, like, for real. Yeah, he was a big part of the muscle, you know.
And considering, since he's part of your profile picture, as you stated, you would say he's someone that's probably one of the closest people who ever got close to you as you can be, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm glad that made sense to you. The way I asked that question. With that being said, may Lil Boo rest in peace.
For sure.
And condolences to his family or anyone else who cares about him.
Long live Lil Boo.
Alright, now the next one. and this is someone that we've talked to from time to time, and this is Edai. Now, before we get to talking about Edai, we're gonna I want to tell you a fun fact. While we was on the come up and everything, you know, when it comes on the bloggers business, when it came to Edai, he wanted to keep it business with us. So when he reached out to us, he asked how much was promo, and we looked at him like, what? Niggas, you crazy? Do you not know who you are? Sure. You are Edai. And of course I respect you for trying to keep it business, but at the end of the day, we grew up listening to you. You didn't grow up listening to us or watching us. So with that being said, we want you to fuck with us as much as we fuck with you. And this goes for anybody, by the way, not no special treatment. But this is Edai we're talking about. Anybody who's a fan of drill culture, I personally believe should support Edai. So with that being said, Edai didn't have to give us a dime to promote him. We fucked with him genuinely. So with that being said, Edai, rest in peace to you. You was a good dude. You kept us in tune with your music. You kept us up to speed with a lot of things. So we just want to personally send our condolences to Edai. For
sure. Long live King of Drill.
For sure. And that's what I wanted to talk about in a second. Yeah. But we're going to get to that in a second. As far as Edai, you've actually got a song with him.
A couple.
More than one. Forgive me. Forgive me. More than one song with Edai.
That's my boy.
Would you say, considering he's one of the originators, he influenced you as far as rapping?
For sure. Like, he always was a push. Like, anything I was finna do or anything I was thinking about doing, anything I had questions about, anything, I'm hitting him. Him and Famous, I'm hitting their ass first about anything. Shit, Breezy too, but Coop, like, he was always so excited to hear what I was doing or what the fuck, and like, I'm just glad anytime he told me to slide to the stool, I was on point. I ain't hesitate, like, drop anything type shit. So I'm just glad I got to get in everything I got to get in with him. Shit, wish we could have did more, but.
And and this is something I wanna address. When Edai died, they labeled him as Team 600 leader. Would you say that's true? That he was the leader for 600?
It's multiple leaders.
Okay.
He for sure one of them.
Alright, so.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah. And when I say leader,
definitely one of them. Like, for sure. Like, they all like leaders in my ass.
And when I say leader, I do not imply in no street fashion on some quote unquote gangbanging shit. I mean, like, just like as a good role model. That's what I mean as leader. And for what the internet may say,
yeah, he was a good role model, like, for a lot of shit, especially with music. Like, he taught motherfuckers without knowing. He teaching you this, like, don't stop, because that nigga was always going. He never stopped. When no stopping, no taking no breaks, none of that shit. Like, yeah.
With that being said, you would say everyone who know or claims they're close to Edai is doing a good job keeping his name alive too, right?
Hell yeah.
Cool. Now this
legends don't die.
Period. In front of him. Legend. Sure. Now, two things I want to address as far as Edai, just to get from your perspective. And this is all before he died too. One thing about us, we used to always, like as previously stated, we would go and support and make thousands of posts about Edai if we can. And these two posts, which is one of my favorite posts that we made about him, stand out to me. I really wish I could pull this up right now, but a bitch ass nigga disabled my page. So I can't prove this to you by showing you that I posted. But anyone who's a fan of Chicago Wave knows we posted this before. Edai was one of the few rappers before he died, 2021. He made a tweet. He stated that he believed that Chicago can really unite and end all this shit. Like all the street narrative, the war, the quote unquote wars and stuff like that. We could come together and end all that. And Edai did not say that as a joke. He said it in all seriousness.
Now he know what he know.
Which is why I want to believe. Why I asked you when he made that statement. It sounded like he was shooting. Clearly, you would say he was serious because you said he know what he know. But if he wanted to tell everyone that we need to squash this shit, would you have been a part of that?
For sure.
Now, That being said, regardless if he was here to motivate anyone or not, are you down to bring the unity in Chicago and squash all the bullshit?
I mean, shit, like, it be kind of different because, like, it's up like forever with certain shit because it be so much bloodshed lost, you feel me? Like, I can't say though, like, with shit that ain't got to that point yet, yeah, it ain't got to that point yet, it could be squashed. It's preventable, you know, if egos could go down, shit like that, but I can't really speak on, like, the bloodshed and shit like that, like, it just be stuck with some shit. But if he was here still and that was the movement, that's the movement we on as one, shit, we all move as one, I'm of course with it, you know what I'm saying? But, like, as far as, like, niggas and shit, I can't say I could be the one to, you feel me? I could get in rooms with people who I can that I fuck with, that motherfuckers don't fuck with, that, you know, and for sure I can get in rooms like that. But as far as, like, all the niggas in Chicago and shit like that, it's a lot of bloodshed. So, shit, I don't know.
But overall, and by the way, this was in 2021. 2023, we're at a point in time where now we got rappers who want to do something that they like to call pushing peace. Now, as far as their way of pushing peace, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Right.
But living up to today, if Edai was still here, would you say that he spoke all this pushing peace shit into existence?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course. All right. And you know, I'm gonna ask this too. Rico, there's a rapper by the name of Rico Reckless. As far as today's form of pushing peace, he believes that he was one of those. What is defined as pushing peace is rappers getting in the same room with rappers that they're supposedly in tour with and squashing the beef. He believes he was one of the first people to do that because he was one of the first rappers, like, literally when the war was quote unquote busting. He was one of those rappers who was supposedly quote unquote in tour with Edai, but they chopped it up, got in the studio with each other, and dropped a song with each other. And as far as back then, this was when it was supposed to be busting. So would you say that Rico Reckless and Edai was on the unity time back then?
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I would say that from that happening, yeah.
Of course.
I mean, but like I don't know, that shit go both ways because I feel like street niggas shouldn't talk that much. I personally just feel like that. So if you're gonna be on that, then you know what I'm saying, it shouldn't be all that. You know? Unless you just only promoting peace and shit.
And when you say talk this, it's like you shouldn't be talking this peace shit, but then doing some other shit later on.
Yeah, steady talking, like always talking, like, you know.
Okay, just clarifying that. We don't gotta get too deep into that. But overall, as far as Rico and this Edai situation, or Rico Reckless in general, do you have anything positive you would like to say about him? Rico Reckless, yeah. If you can, of course, no pressure. Okay, but overall, you salute him for working with Edai around that time, right?
For sure.
Okay, that's something positive. So shout out to you, Rico. All right, last question in regards to Edai. I'm waiting for you to get back in the camera real quick. It's time to shoot, y'all. Give it a little second. All right. Well, on to Edai. Another post he made, which we were speaking on earlier, that drill legend, right?
Right.
He made a tweet, which is a controversial tweet, and denied by a lot of people. He said that he personally created drill.
He did. It's non-negotiable.
Oh, non-negotiable. So if I was to told you that, and this is something that's been confirmed by other people, that Tay Capone said that that's not true, and that the rapper by the name of Pac-Man actually created drill, and Edai was just one of the first people to have influenced it.
I don't give a fuck what he's talking about.
So
King of drill. Period.
So Pac-Man did not create drill, and Edai is the sole founder of drill music and drill.
I don't even know who the fuck Pac-Man is. I don't.
Ooh, wait. Now, I am not gonna have you talk about this no more.
Please.
And okay, to your knowledge, Edai was the sole founder of drill music and not Pac-Man, but it doesn't matter.
I mean, he could have said Keith at least. You feel me?
Oh, okay.
Pac-Man. I could at least say Keith because Keith was right there with him. They like neck and neck, but
okay.
I mean.
All right, well.
King of drill.
All right, overall, rest in peace to Edai and rest in peace to Lil Boo since
For sure.
I brought them both up.
For sure.
All right, now, final question in regards to where you from. When it comes down to being from where you're from, you refer to everybody that's notable from over there as your brothers. Now, first off, do you have any actual siblings? Yes or no?
Yeah, I got a brother. On my mama's side, I got a brother and a sister. On my daddy's side, I got three brothers and one sister.
Okay. In regards to your blood brother and people from your same area, what would you say is the difference between these brothers and your actual blood brother? Or would you say there's no difference at all?
It's really not no difference. It's just we went through different shit. But it's that same love and loyalty, you know. Just different situations, different people.
All right.
Blood don't make nobody, you know, that motherfuckers that be blood be more your family than family, depending on what y'all been through with each other and shit.
All right. Well, that says that. Now, time for another segment. And this segment is a deep segment. So
You want to stop it and get a drink? I would drink.
Oh yeah, we can. Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, it's been an hour anyway. We can take a little break.